Names are important. I like being called Susan. I like being called Sue, but I really don't like being called Susie. And I figure other people are probably a lot like me, that they want to be called a specific name. Sometimes I'll ask kids, what do you prefer to be called? Because they might change their names from year to year as to the name they want you to use. For some reason, I'm much better at remembering kids' names than adults' names. I have to try probably 3 times harder to remember parents' names from week to week when we meet at church. I think that the spelling of names is super important, so I try really hard to write it down or remember. And there's some names that just give me a lot of problems, and I have to keep double checking with parents on them. I love finding out why parents choose the names they choose for kids. Is it a family name? Is it the name of somebody who's really important? Or maybe the name has a special meaning.
Hey, Susan.
Hi.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good.
So I had a lot of fun looking up my name, and I looked up Gordy's name. He's going to be reading for you in just a moment. And after Gordy's name, I looked up his wife Sandy's name. And man, this is fun. I just used a babynames.com website for that. I suggest you guys look up your family names today. So my name means Lily, and Gordy, his name means he's somebody who's from Gordon, Scotland, and Sandy comes from Alexandra, which means defender of the people. How cool is that? Well, Gordy's going to be reading about Abram today. And Abram is a man in the Old Testament who God is going to speak to. And Abram's name means exalted father. What a great name for Father's Day. Exalted father. That was Abram's name. And God is going to talk to Abram and tell him to do some things. And he makes a promise to Abram. And well, later on, Abram's name gets changed to Abraham, which is father of nations. So he's starting as Abram, exalted father, and he will later become father of nations.
Well, good morning. Our first scripture for the day is from Genesis chapter 12, verses 1 through 9. It is God choosing Abram, whose name will later become Abraham. Hear the word of the Lord. The Lord had said to Abram, "Go from your country, your people, and your father's family. Go to a land that I will show you. I will make you into a great nation, and I will bless you. I will make your name great. You will be a blessing to others. I will bless those who bless you. I will put a curse on anyone who puts a curse on you. All nations on earth will be blessed because of you." So Abram went, just as the Lord had told him. Lot went with him. Abram was 75 years old when he left Haran. He took his wife Sarai and his nephew Lot, and they took all the people and possessions they had acquired in Haran. They started out for the land of Canaan, and they arrived there. Abram traveled through the land. He went as far as the large tree of Moreh at Shechem. At that time, the Canaanites were living in the land. And the Lord appeared to Abram at Shechem. He said, "I will give this land to your family who comes after you." So Abram built an altar there to honor the Lord who had appeared to him. From there, Abram went on toward the hills east of Bethel. He set up his tent. Bethel was to the west, and Ai was at the east. Abram built an altar there and called on the name of the Lord. Then Abram left and continued south toward the Negev desert. The word of the Lord. Thanks be to God.